just walked onto the allotment, can't really understand this. So this is where I put the potatoes in, and something, don't know, fox, pigeon, raven, rook, no idea, squirrel, antelope, has dug up some of my seed potatoes. So I can sort of see where they come from, so I'm just going to go along and put those back in again and earth them up. Hopefully they won't be too damaged. Bit random. And then what I should have done a few months ago and haven't is put in garlic. So I've prepared a bed. Garlic needs to be well drained. So this bed is I've dug it over a couple of times and properly weeded it, mixed in some organic material. Garlic goes about 20 centimetres apart, and rows 20 centimetres apart. And I've got a couple of bulbs there from DT Brown, which are called, I thought they were called Mersey White, but they're not, they're called Mersley White. And they've been in the fridge to get them really, really cool, fool them into thinking it's been a bit wintry, because I'm planting them way too late. So these should have gone in really January, February, not bloody start of April. So we'll give it a go and see what happens anyway. If they don't go in, they're just going to go to waste anyway. So I'm going to pull a line out, rake it flat, pull a line out 20 centimetres apart along the line, move the line along 20 centimetres, and then put those in and water them in. I'm also, because of that over there with the potatoes, I'm going to put some more hoops in. So probably 2 more hoops, those blue alcathone ones, and get it covered, because just to stop whatever it is pulling stuff out after I put it in. So yeah, that's me today. So it's get those potatoes back in that we planted the other day, and then get this garlic planted. Garlic goes in, like I say, 20 centimetres apart, and double the depth of the clove. So I just need to break those cloves apart, get them in, and see where we are. And then hopefully it'll look something like this, which is also garlic, but that's been in for a lot longer. That's overwintered in there. So yeah, we do eat a lot of garlic. Right, cool. I made a mistake with these. So these were delivered I think about 6 weeks ago. So should have gone in pretty much straight away. Like I said, put them in the fridge to cool them right down. But when I've broken them open, there's a lot of them that's just gone all mouldy, and they're no good. They're no good for going in. So out of all that, I've only managed to get 20 bulbs. So I've just done a small bed here. So I'm going to put a hoop in halfway between that one and the edge. So somewhere here. I've got 4 rows in with 5 in each, and we'll just see if they come up. If they do, they do. If they don't, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So yeah, next year, if I'm going to get garlic in, well, say next year, I'm going to get some in towards the back end of this year so they can overwinter. But the spring ones, I believe, really should go in on the shortest day, not a week after the spring equinox. So they go in on the shortest day and you harvest them on the longest day. So I need to remember that for next year. Hey ho, live and learn. So yeah, I'm going to put a tunnel over them just to stop the bastards pigeons. I'm not entirely convinced it is all the pigeons. I think it might be the rooks as well, or ravens. I don't really know the difference. Yeah, okay, so that's the garlic in. Cool. Right, just about to call it a day. So, what have we done today? We've fetched out a lot of this. This is bindweed root, and this stuff is mental. It just goes absolutely everywhere. And I take this off the allotment and stick it in the bin at home, because it lives in the compost. It's not something that you'd want to put in the compost, and it's an absolute bugger to get rid of. So I've been weeding around this cherry tree. I seem to get distracted and just wander off and do little bits and pockets of things. So I've done a lot of weeding around here, fetched out a lot of this bindweed, and I'll stick that in a bag tomorrow, because I'm going to come back down here tomorrow. Cherries budding lovely, look at that. Over here I'm doing a bit of an experiment with the ground, so it's very hard. I'll put this in another video, because I'm going to do a bit of a soil analysis to see what type of soil I've actually got. But yeah, I've turned that over, taken all the greenery out of it, and broken up all the bigger lumps, or as much as I possibly can. Put about a barrow of rotted chicken manure on each of these rows of potatoes in anticipation of those coming up. My hose is broken, so I've glued it and left it in the vise in the shed, so hopefully that's stuck, and if it's okay, that'll get a good watering tomorrow. I'm going to put some mustard caliente, or caliente, don't know how to pronounce it, in there as a cover crop, which is also meant to be a biofumigant, which is beneficial to potatoes. I don't know whether that's beneficial if it's next to potatoes, or whether you're meant to plant potatoes in after you've used the green manure. We know about the onions. The asparagus haven't come up. I need to chop some purple sprouting broccoli to take home for dinner tonight. Probably going to take some rhubarb, definitely going to take some of that kale. This area here I weeded, and in there are 4 rows of rather late garlic. I mean, that garlic should have gone in sort of January, February time, certainly not start of April. So we'll see what happens. As I showed you earlier, I didn't get much off the ones that I'd bought because they'd sort of gone all mouldy and rotted away. Yep, done nothing here, nothing here. This here I've been digging out. Still don't know what I'm doing with this bit. So yes, there's fruit trees and that's lovely, but what's going to go between the fruit trees, I still don't know. In the meantime though, I've decided to dig out all of the more persistent weeds, and that includes bramble, which is really tenacious, really deep roots. So yeah, I've had a lot of bramble out of here, and a lot of bindweed as well. Yeah, you can see where that's that heap's steadily disappearing, so I'm digging away at it, clearing a lot of the rubbish out of it. A lot here as well is it's actually really nice leaf mould. So being under these big trees, that's just built up layer after layer after layer. So I've been mixing the leaf mould in with the chicken manure, and it's making really quite a nice sort of organic layer, hopefully breaking down some of that claggy soil. There's a lot of work to do here still. I still need to take this down almost to level, and then I want to slab it, and we're going to move that shed. I keep threatening that, but I don't seem to be able to get around to do it. Compost bins were moved. Robin's been following me about all afternoon. Let's see if we can see the chicks. Oh, Robin's up there in the tree, just there. I'm probably not going to look at the chicks. I don't want to piss the robin off. Let's just have a quick look from a distance. Yeah, I can see him in there. That's cool. Might have a bit of a look tomorrow. So yeah, that's me. I'm going to call it a day. Go home and get some dinner. Alright, cheers chaps.